Hello, everybody. John Mitchell here from John A. Mitchell TV, and today is July 4th, 2015, and I'm doing just a little couple of minute video because wanted to comment a little bit about what's going on in the elections. Of course, Donald Trump has announced he's running for president back home in the United States. And it's kind of interesting because when Donald Trump entered the race, he had something like a 3% popularity rating. And then a couple of weeks ago, Donald Trump came out and said about Mexican immigrants. He said, "Oh, they're rapists, they're criminals, they're murderers." And he said, "Mexico is not sending their best people; they're sending criminals." And I thought it was kind of interesting, like as if Mexico, as a country, as a government, just picks people out and tells them, "Okay, pack your bags. You're going up north," and so they pick all the criminals and send them north of the border, right? And one of the ways that I like to look at the news and I like to analyze the news is not to look at just one story at a time. I kind of find it interesting many times to go ahead and look at two or three stories and see how they mesh together, to see what kind of commentary you can get out of a mashup, not just one story. Let's look at a couple of different stories. And also a couple of weeks ago, up in New York, where Donald Trump is right now, there was a massive prison escape from a maximum security prison. The prisoners' names were David Sweat, whatever, however you pronounce it, and Richard Matt. And these were a couple of bad guys. They were in prison, both of them for murder. And they were, hardened criminals doing, long-term sentences in prison. And it turns out that either one or both of them had some kind of a relationship, either romantic or otherwise, with one of the prison workers named Joyce Mitchell, who, by the way, is no relation whatsoever to yours truly. Now, funny thing about it is these guys had, gotten together with this lady prison worker, and, they had planned this big escape. And part of the plan was that when they bust out of prison, these guys were supposed to meet up with Joyce Mitchell, who was supposed to pick these guys up and take them to freedom and safety. Guess where? Just wait for it. They were headed. They were originally headed. Their plan was to go to Mexico. Now, you didn't send these people to Mexico. I didn't send them to Mexico. They didn't even actually end up going to Mexico, but, that was their plan. And no, nobody sent them, just like nobody sends criminals. Are some of the people that come from Mexico criminals? Absolutely, sure they are. Most of them are not. And I just thought it was kind of funny. Right there in Donald Trump's backyard, two hardened criminals break out of prison. And where are they headed? They're headed for Mexico. And so go figure, who is sending criminals across the border then? Just ask yourself, is Mexico sending criminals our way? Or maybe are we also sending criminals, down south? And so I just thought it was kind of an interesting commentary. I like to, like I said, put two news stories together and see what comes up. And it was just kind of interesting that right in Donald Trump's backyard, it's going down exactly the opposite way of what what Trump would have us all to believe. So anyway, just an interesting thing, and thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your comments. I'll try and put links to a couple of the stories that talk about these things down below the video. And thanks for watching, and I will be coming at you with more videos in the future. So John Mitchell from John A. Mitchell TV. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.